In the last video about the history of the stock market, which I know many people didn't watch it, we talk about how the basis of the first stock market was formed and how this basis started to play out globally. However, let's dive a little more into how was the stock market created in America. But first of all, did you see that button? Yeah, the subscribe button. Click the subscribe button because after you click the subscribe button, you're gonna be a new subscriber to Interesting Random Facts Academy. And please don't forget to smash the like button. Now let's move on and let's continue the video. To start talking about the rise of the stock market in America, let's get out of the 16,000s and jump in to the year of 1790, which was when the first stock exchange in America, originally named Brokers of Philadelphia, Board of Brokers of Philadelphia, known as the Philadelphia Stock Exchange, was found. In 1792, the competitor of the Philadelphia Stock Exchange, known as the New York Stock Exchange, was formed by the signing of the Buttonwood Agreement. The Buttonwood Agreement was signed by 24 New York City stockbrokers and merchants on the outside of the 68 Wall Street under a buttonwood tree. Those 24 brokers who signed the agreement later became the first members of the New York Stock Exchange, including firms like Armstrong and Burnwell. Even though they were city stock exchanges, how was a national stock exchange created? Well, the first American stock exchange started around the 1800s. By that time, the American Stock Exchange was known as the Curb Stock Exchange. In 1896, the first major stock market index, known as the Dow Jones Industrial Average, was formed. Initially, the index had 12 components that were mostly industrial companies. Getting to the beginning of the Roaring Twenties in America, in 1921, the Curb Exchange moved its headquarters on Broad Street to Trinity. In 1923, another stock market index known as the Standard & Poor's 500 or S&P 500 had its early version formed by Henry Verdun Board. The S&P 500 started tracking 90 stocks in 1926, 3 years after the stock market crash, beginning the period known as the Great Depression, which I can make a video about that later. Back to the S&P 500, only in 1957 did the S&P 500 expanded to 500 stocks. Along with these stocks were some of the top weighted companies like the Citigroup and Microsoft Corporation. 4 years earlier, the American Stock Exchange was officially founded by the National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations, known as the NASDAQ. On February 8, 1971, the NASDAQ began the world's first electronic stock market by trading over 2,500 securities. In November of 1998, the National Association of Security Dealers announced that the American Stock Exchange would merge with the National Association of Security Dealers, creating the NASDAQ AMEX market group. Getting to modern stock market in America, the American Stock Exchange still remains as an active stock exchange. In 2000, the NASDAQ became a for-profit company, which is when a company operates with a goal of making money. In 2007, the New York Stock Exchange, yes, the New York Stock Exchange, combined with Euronext to form the New York Stock Exchange Euronext. In 2008, the New York Stock Exchange Euronext became a part of the American Stock Exchange. In the same year, we also got to experience the famous stock market crash that had happened due to the boom and bust of the housing market that had happened previously in 2008. More recently, in 2020, we did see another stock market crash due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Although different from the other previous crashes that I mentioned earlier, the market did recover quickly this time. There are a lot of topics that we can discuss for days about the American history of the stock market. Lots of events, company history, and even role models that I can make a single video about them. However, by watching this video, we can see the rise of the stock market in America from when the first stock exchange began to today's modern problems that we're dealing with the stock market.